don't want to leave here.
Well, good morning, guys.
I didn't realise you were recording.
And welcome back to the channel. So we are still on Kefalonia, and we had to and fro going over to visit Ithaca, whether we would cycle over, whether we would take the van over. But no, we've decided to be proper tourists today, and we're going on a coach trip. Looking forward to actually going over to see Ithaca. We've heard really good things about it, but there's no official places to park up in Ithaca. It can get a little bit, I'm sure it's going to be quite busy over there. So we thought the best way to do it would be a coach trip. But
just for a bit of extra info, you can do a boat trip that involves swim stops if that's your thing more than we're doing the main towns of the island. But the boats take you, and I think they might even give you food, some of them. We're not even getting food.
And come on, tell the people why we decided against the one that's mostly focused on boat trip.
Because we're rubbish swimmers. And
yeah,
they stop a little way from the shore. Obviously they can't go too shallow, and you have to swim to the beaches.
Yeah,
not sure about that.
So we thought, you know what, we're going on a coach trip. But just like the Kefalonia lakes, apparently
I did read there were some rather sketchy turns in the bus high up.
Hang on a minute, hold on to that.
Don't give all the chicken away, that's for the kitten. There are so many strays here, so many.
Yeah, there's a little kitten up the way here that we've given a couple of packs of food to, and it's far too young to be away from its mother, and it also looks like it's had an eye taken out by another cat, so we've got...
Hopefully it's there and give us some chicken.
Yes, otherwise...
Nigel will be snuffling.
At breakfast. And here is our little kitten. Our little kitten. So guys, it's just a little bit of an update to Nigel from the future. Little word on that kitten. We actually went down the following day to give it more food, and turns out a girl had actually picked it up and taken it away to, well, get it seen to. Now we were going to try to see whether we could get it to a vet, so hopefully she did the same. So fingers crossed, it actually had a little bit of a break in life, and it's gonna be fine. So good news from the little kitten point of view. Right, back to Nigel and Nicola randomly bimbling about Sammy. This is the type of van life Nicola wants to lead.
I wouldn't leave my window open with me walking past.
I know.
Waking up, feeling the taste of our fight last night. Breaking up, making a mess of an all good life. And now that you're gone,
Short hop across to Ithaca, done and dusted. Now we're back on the coach, and time to explore Ithaca.
I've waited so long.
Well guys, welcome to Ithaca. Coach journey over with precise instructions to the nth degree.
Yeah, but come on, we've seen coach tours and people literally wander everywhere unless you tell them exactly
You
what
have to
do.
tell them. I mean, she was actually telling us where the loo was in the AB market, down to the point was you go up to this aisle, you turn left, you go in there, you turn right. But
she's obviously got years of dealing with people.
And there's always noise. But yeah, welcome to Ithaca. It looks stunning actually. And we have a couple of stops on the coach tour. Kind of semi-regretting not bringing the van over, but also because it's so busy, I think it would have been quite challenging.
Yeah, and although we saw some people with electric bikes and we were like having bike envy, now I've seen the hills, even on electric bikes, I'm glad I'm on a bus.
Yeah, let's go explore Ithaca. And this is the capital, Vathy.
To make it all be alright. And now that
Really nice little town, and all of the houses and the buildings all have to adhere to a certain, they're painted shutters and certain colours. And across here is a little chapel that was apparently destroyed in a big earthquake. It might have been the 30s, I'm not sure.
Was it rebuilt then, obviously, because it's
Yes.
still there?
It was rebuilt. Weren't you listening to the bus woman?
Well, I thought I was, but I obviously didn't take anything in.
I've obviously been soaking in all the information. And apparently, later on today, we're heading up for spectacular views.
Precisely on the right side of the road, so you don't have to cross the road.
We apologise for taking the mickey out of. We are being facetious. There's a word of the day.
I know I may have been laughing about not having to cross the road, but I do obviously have this fear of being run over. So for me, that works well.
You were made for bus tours.
Now that I've found the only way to get myself home again.
And behind me, we have a statue of Poseidon. I'm just going to say one thing. You know that whenever you walk over stones for a long time, over a course of a number of years, they get quite shiny and quite polished. I think people have been polishing something else for a bit of luck as well.
He's missing his big pole though.
He's missing his pole.
trident.
Yeah.
And his eyes, come to that. Oh, it's a bit freaky. Stop looking at it, it's got a hole in it as well.
It's biology 101. But yeah, maybe you give it a rub and make a wish. But then all I'm saying is that looks like there's been a fair few wishes made. I leave her alone for 2 minutes in a shop while I just chill out and blow this tree.
How cute is that? Now, it's not practical, it's not very well made, it's really lightweight and flimsy. But look at the little camper vans.
Given the fact that the bikini you were looking at was 80 quid,
85 euros.
85 euro, I'm scared to
It's
ask.
a bargain. Where have you seen one like that before? And I can hang all my lovely scarves on it and things.
Where's it
When
going to
we
go?
get a
Yeah, I was
house.
going to say, where's it going to go in the van?
Nah. Oh, fine, there's always room. There's always room.
Anyway,
Then we should head back because I need the loo.
too much information. Back to the bus so we don't get told off for being late.
And now that you're gone, I'm thinking about old times. I've waited so long for this to be over. And now that I'm free from all the chains.
So Nicola, how was that drive up?
It's like Kefalonia all over again, but even longer and worse.
What a
We'll go
fabulous,
back down here.
what a fabulous road.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, if you're walking.
Great views, great views. And now we're up at the monastery, so let's go in. So I've just realised a main downside to coming on the bus tour. I now have to sit and listen to all of the information. We're now part of the herd, getting a little bit snug up in the bell tower.
Thank you.
Thinking of reasons.
The views up here are absolutely stunning, but I can already tell that she's starting to get a bit
Yeah,
apprehensive about going back down in the bus. What I didn't mention to her was I spotted our bus driver crossing himself several times, lighting a candle,
Oh, shut up.
doing all kinds of stuff, so yeah.
You're not funny.
And you won't be able to make it out, but that's Vathy where we just were. I did read on Park for Night that there's very few places to park up, and sure enough, I
didn't see any, did
no,
you?
I have been looking around and there's very few places. But you could probably park up beside the monastery here out of season, arrive late, leave early. She'd probably sleep down there in a hotel down at base camp rather than coming up the hill, but yeah,
Oh, the views are incredible.
stunning, absolutely beautiful.
And Nigel was a little chip child and rang the bell.
I rang it initially with my head.
Home again. I'll be okay.
So thankfully we didn't have to come down that little narrow road, well not yet anyway. And we have now brought ourselves over to Kioni, which is our lunch spot. You can see all the herd behind us. Quite funny actually, because again she's given instructions how to get back to the bus. And there is a bit of an idiot on our tour, and she literally never listens and asks 7 questions, and everyone's kind of just going, you know what, go get lost. So yeah, this is lunch stop in Kioni. Our tour guide is on commission for a certain restaurant, because she was saying, well, she was telling us the whole menu. She also spent quite a lot of time telling us about lots of people who have died on the island. As Nicola said, it keeps your mind off the narrow roads. Not sure I'd want to bring the van over here, at least in the higher season, because it is, not least, nowhere to park. Right, lunchtime I think.
I'm free from all
I think we may have found our little lunch spot.
Get myself home again. I'll be okay.
Yeah, we're actually doing what we said we would do. We actually brought our packed lunch with us and we almost cratered and went in and got a club sandwich. 2 hour stop here, a little bit long, but I guess if people want to have lunch, then all good. So
You can have a swim as well, and I was tempted to go in my underwear, but I think now we've sat and had a drink, we're going to run out a bit of time.
Yeah.
And people don't want to see that, they've just had their lunch.
certainly not me and my mankini. I'll leave it with that thought.
Egg sandwich, yum.
Making a mess of an all good life.
Very nice lunch indeed. And we have now come over to our last stop of the day, Stavros, where apparently everyone got directed in to eat ice cream, and we were like, no, we're not doing that crap. And
Hang on, it's not ice cream. It's a cake that's only made on Ithaca, and it's made of rice,
Olive oil.
honey, and olive oil.
And
And
then-
apparently you eat it with ice cream.
And then as we walked away, everyone went in there, and I was like, hang on a minute, do you reckon they're giving it away for free? So we hightailed it back over again. Then I saw money changing hands, and we hightailed it back out again.
Don't
But
be silly.
we are going to go and get a bit.
I did read in the small print before we left that no food was included, so I knew it wouldn't be free.
Should have told me. Apparently we've got an hour here as well. It's so funny to be part of the herd. We keep breaking away from it, which is good.
Get myself home again.
Oh no! Just had a panic. There's no fridge magnet shops, and I haven't got an Ithaca fridge magnet.
Oh dear.
I can buy it on Kefalonia, I'm sure.
Yeah, so this is Stavros, a mountain village. Two folks who we've actually been chatting to a little bit have broken away from the herd as well.
They're following our bad influence.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to go and see the thing in the plastic box.
Nicola's terrible tourism tours. The thing in the plastic box. That's Stavros's palace.
Now, apparently, this is in a village called Pella something or other, and you can walk to it, but it's an hour's walk from here. Although I saw a sign for it, it said 1k, so I think that was a lie. I think they just want to keep you in the food shop.
Yeah.
To be over. And now that I'm free from all the chains you've kept me in, I'll be okay. Now that I've found the only way to get myself home again, I'll be okay. I'll let you know I'll be alright. Now that I've found the only way to get myself.
Well guys, that was fabulous. I know we were a little bit kind of taking the mickey a little bit when we first started, but it was
Brilliant day,
fabulous. We
brilliant
actually
day.
just walked up to the office just to thank them again, to say it was fabulous. A really good way to see lots of Ithaca without taking the van over. I think Ithaca would be a fantastic place in the van for a couple of days in the low season, but not in the high season. Very few places to park.
And the bus journey going up to the monastery, whilst it's very steep going up, it actually doesn't feel too bad, and you come down a different route, so it's nowhere near as scary coming down. But if you've got a bit of a fear of heights, then maybe just sit aside away from the edge or keep your eyes closed.
Keep your eyes closed.
But actually the driver was amazing. You felt
Yeah.
very safe.
But that is us now back in Sami. We're going to wander back to our campsite, have a pretty chilled out evening.
Yeah, we're really tired.
They've got a really lovely area in the campsite that's on grass with these big sort of sun loungers. We're just going to sit there, chill out for the evening.
Right, so it's €45 each, which does seem quite a lot because it's just really a bus trip. That includes your ferry, which is only about €5 each, mind you. And then you stop for an hour and 20 minutes in Vathy, 2 hours in Kioni, which seems like a long time, but a lot of people went for lunch there, but we took a packed lunch and actually went pretty quick, didn't
Luncheon?
it? Lunch. And take your swim gear, because we didn't, and there are places to have a dip.
Yep.
And then about 40 minutes in Stavros, and that's the only place I'd say you don't really need
Don't
to
need that
go.
long.
But that's for the traditional cake,
Yep.
so. But yeah, definitely worth doing, really
Cool.
good.
Yeah, loved it. Really, really loved it. So we're heading back to chill out in the campsite. And I guess,
Oh yeah, and I bought something that I don't know where I'm going to put in the van.
as always, I've no idea what the next video coming up is going to be, so I'm just going to leave it there. Once again, thanks a lot for following along, and until next time, obviously somewhere in Greece, because this is clearly where we're living now. Take care, guys. Bye bye.